Well, this one is very much approved by my daughter. This is the Grey Pony Squadron, and this is Tash, named after her lone pony. Tash is one of four MH-53E helicopters which embark upon each LHA, which is a large amphibious landing helicopter, amphibious or assault ship, which is basically a small aircraft carrier with the air combat element of the battalion-sized Malagasy Expeditionary Unit on it. Now times this by 3 and you get the Malagasy Expeditionary Brigade. So you've got a minimum of 12 of these. The fact that there's 2 brigades, obviously times that by 2, you get 24 MH-53Es. Now the E's have been in service since 1983. When they were procured for what was then the Malagasy Marines. Now the Malagasy Marines operated over the years with the Malagasy Foreign Legion before the Marines were finally done away and converted into Army or Navy units. These helicopters therefore became the property of the Army. The buy was increased because it's such a good helicopter. It's able to carry more than the Chinook. It's fully air refuelable, and it now carries a forward-looking infrared. There you go, like the CH-53E. The big difference, of course, between these and the E model is that the E has externally mounted fuel tanks, whereas on the E, the MH-53E, they are all in this large sponson, which is the way that the King Stallion, the CH-53K, is doing it, because it's actually aerodynamically better. The idea originally was that they were going to use them for minesweeping as well, but they never bothered because that's very costly and only really the American defence budget can support that. So they have really been the heavy lifters since 1983. This is just the basic Italeri kit, but I've added a rear door ramp 50 caliber machine gun there from spares, and I've added some countermeasures stuff, different countermeasures dispensers, just out of plastic card, more antennas including a SATCOM, and I've added 2 front door guns, one on each side, with a 50 cal. The Italeri kit is a nice easy build, nothing really complex, but like all helicopters, it's the painting that takes ages with them because there's a lot to do. Now I do need to do a little bit of touch up on it, but otherwise it's good to go, and it is the heavy lift component of the Malagasy Expeditionary Units, Malagasy Expeditionary Brigades. And the change from the Marines to the Army and the Navy, well, it's a bit like, imagine if you're working for Openreach, and then one day it was BT and the next day it's Openreach. The main thing is that they keep the battle honours and the heritage alive, and the Foreign Legion have certainly got their own battle honours and heritage. And that's really the only big change, because the operation model and the way that they operate, except for the addition of the stern landers, which will bring increased capability, is really the same as it has been since World War II. Marine operations and that kind of amphibious operations don't really change much. You have to have a combined force that's tightly knit, that's highly trained. I've added some weathering to this, both in terms of sort of repainted panels and a black weathered area there where the exhausts are dark gunship grey, or medium gunship grey as it's called by Valio. Take care, goodbye.